friends. Uh, Today I am here to just discuss some of my strategies and things which I did in my GS as well as in public administration. Or I just want to ensure that the mistakes which I committed, hope you don't commit those mistakes because if you commit a single mistake, then again we have to repeat whole 1 year. 1 year is wasted. So basically, what I found in this examination is that it might sound a bit philosophical, but we have to just work hard and we should not worry about the result. हमें कर्म करना चाहिए, फल की चिंता नहीं करनी चाहिए because you don't know that कौन सा सर्विस मिलेगा. फिर एक बार जब सर्विस मिलता है तो फिर कैडर का सोचने लगते हैं. So it's better कि it's our work to do study and study hard. Uh, so what I did actually, uh, three things I focused during my preparation. Uh, so should I first tell about GS or GS only? Any PubAd students? Okay, so PubAd I will tell afterwards. First I will deal with GS, that how I prepared for GS. See, this was my fifth attempt, so I know what are the mistakes usually we all commit, because first in my first attempt I was not able to qualify prelims. Then I realized what mistakes I made in prelims. Then I failed to qualify mains. Then I realized my mistakes of mains. And then again, when I appeared for interview, some mistakes I committed, rather some blunders I committed in my interview. And finally, in my fifth attempt, I was able to clear all the three stages. So the most important and crucial thing in this examination is that we have to learn that what we should not study, because there is plenty of material, not only conventional books only, but on internet also. So usually we are overwhelmed by the information and we fail to revise the things. So three things which I followed uh, first was consistency, second revision, and third was time management. Why consistency? I must say because I will say that you should read newspaper each and every day, irrespective of whether the prelims is 1 month back or not. Why? Because usually, uh, for example, just prior to mains, we usually prior to mains 1 month before we stop reading newspaper. But what happens? Many a times, many important and crucial articles comes which cover that particular issue in a comprehensive manner. So, for example, if mains is from 3rd December, you usually stop reading newspapers from 3rd of November. So, I will suggest, like, this was the thing I followed. I continued newspaper reading up to around 20th November or 25th November. Although you should not read newspaper at that point of time extensively, but at least you can go through the headlines and just underline what are the issues which were there. So at least you will have a revision also by reading that newspaper article. Okay, so consistency is important because you should not do like this, that after reading 1 week of newspaper, you take a break of 2 3 days of newspaper and then again, because the chronology is broken. For example, if there was Uttarakhand crisis, so plenty of things were going around at that point of time. So if you would have missed just a single day newspaper, then what decision was given by the High Court or Supreme Court, that if you have missed, then you will not be able to understand the whole of the issue. So first and important thing is consistency. Second, never create a backlog. जिस भी दिन का न्यूज़पेपर है प्लीज़ उसी दिन पढ़ लीजिए, क्योंकि हम अगर सोचेंगे कि ये वाला न्यूज़पेपर नेक्स्ट डे पढ़ेंगे तो वो पॉसिबल नहीं है. So consistency is very much important. And here I will say that I did not follow any of the magazine, Chronicle, Civil Services, Times. I used to read newspaper extensively. अब न्यूज़पेपर में हिंदू I used to read extensively. After that, only those news which were not covered in Hindu, I used to read it from Indian Express. And in Indian Express also, I never missed article of C Raja Mohan जो इंटरनेशनल रिलेशंस के ऊपर आते हैं. सी राजा मोहन के आर्टिकल्स, सी राजा मोहन के जो आर्टिकल्स रहते हैं ऑन इंटरनेशनल रिलेशंस, दे आर वेरी गुड. They give a complete analysis and complete picture of the things which are going on. Apart from Indian Express, I used to read in like half an hour or so. After reading Hindu for 1.5 or 2 hours, I used to read Indian Express just few articles. प्रताप भानु मेहता के जो आर्टिकल्स आते थे वो समझ में नहीं आते हैं, and it is very difficult to like comprehend them and then reproduce some flowery words. Okay, simple English, you are able to you will get very good marks if you are writing in simple English. Okay, apart from that, always remember that some of the keywords you should write in your answers. For example, if you are writing an IR answer, then some of the keywords which will show that okay, you are attempting paper 2. This message should be conveyed to the checker. For example, if you are writing an IR answer on South China Sea, so you should also mention some of the specific islands: Paracel Island, Spratly Island, Scarborough Shoal. Okay, all those things. Then you should use some of the words like geostrategic significance. Okay, the center of gravity of geopolitical situation is now shifting towards east. So this kind of language, some kind of keywords which you find in newspapers, you should try to remember those things and put it in your answers, because until and unless you will become specific, it is very difficult to get good marks, because there are some keywords which distinguish that particular answer is of IR or polity or something of that sort. Okay, so it is very necessary that keywords should be written in your answer. Okay, then apart from the Hindu, Indian Express, just before mains, like after the result of prelims, I used to read Business Standard just for 1.5 or 2 months, only for paper 3. Okay, I never referred Business Standard for paper 1 or paper 2. I usually referred Business Standard just for 2 months, especially for paper 3, because there are some very good articles in Business Standard regarding that smart cities, or at that point of time there was some issues were going on regarding WTO. So at that point of time, Business Standard covered those articles very extensively. So I will advise you, just for 1 or 1.5 months you can refer Business Standard. Okay, then I used internet also extensively, but I used to organize my notes. So 2 things I did. One was electronic material and another was paper material. So paper or conventional material basically means the books, for example NCERTs and other things. For electronic material, what I did, I relied on 2 things: Microsoft OneNote and CAM scanner. Okay, so what I used to do, that after reading Hindu, I used to cut the cuttings of that Hindu newspaper, and prior to mains, usually it is very difficult to cut all the cuttings because it is very time consuming, around 1.5 hours it will take. So I used to just click a photo from CAM scanner prior to mains. Okay, for OneNote, I used OneNote extensively for organizing my notes. I will again tell you that just invest 1 hour or 1.5 hour just to organize your things in a week, so that it is very easy to revise. For example, in OneNote, I made file and 4 different parts were there: paper 1, paper 2, paper 3, paper 4. In paper 2 again a separate column was made for international relations, and again different things. Why I am emphasizing on organizing the things? Because it will help you to revise quickly. This is not wastage of time, rather this is investment of time. So these things I followed. Like you should have a judicious mix of both electronic as well as paper material. Whatever things you are searching on Google, or whatever thing, if you are finding any difficulty in understanding thing, or if you are copying and pasting anything from internet, just organize it in OneNote. And Hindu or any other one paper which you are reading extensively, just ensure that you have its hard copy, so that you can revise it effectively. Then in again newspaper, I will tell you that always ensure that you are reading newspaper in a comprehensive manner. In means you should not focus that okay, this is a factual thing, so it will be useful for only prelims or it will be only useful for mains. Rather prepare in an integrated manner, because you never know which information can be utilized when. So even if you are reading something for specifically for pre, it may be helpful in interview, because in that if you have to substantiate your opinion or substantiate your view, then the things which you have read during prelims, those things you can combine. Okay, so never ever think that okay, first I will study only factual things and for prelims, then I will read only editorial for mains, and फिर उसके बाद देखा जाएगा इंटरव्यू का जब कॉल आएगा. Don't do like this. Okay, because time is very short between prelims and mains. It is very difficult to revise GS completely. Okay, so this is how I used to study just newspaper, and because of this extensive notes, I never relied on any of the magazines, Chronicle or Civil Services Times, because what I found that these magazines don't give the context. They will give you in points, pros, cons and conclusion, but you don't know the context of the article. For example, at that point of time, section 377 was in news. So always remember, whenever you are reading an article, okay, just try to relate it from paper 1, 2, 3 and 4, so that a single article can be used in any of the papers. Okay, because for this you have to be very clear about your syllabus. So my first advice will be to you should always study, and you should have the syllabus at the back of your hand. Okay, for example, that section 377 was in news at that point of time. Okay, so usually we will think that it is related to only paper 2. Now in that article the author mentioned that this is something not a new concept. Ardhanarishwar was also there in ancient time. So this point is of ancient India. If you think that okay, this is a relevant point, just highlight it, and just after underlining or highlighting it, you can just say that okay, paper 1, use it in paper 1. If there is some article related to education, highlight it, encircle it and write with an arrow, use it in education essay. So while preparing for essay, you should always revise all these things, and whenever there is an essay on education, you can just quote or you can just paste that particular introduction in your essay. Same goes with environment, because more than 20-30 articles comes on environment. So just highlight a particular thing whichever you like for introduction or conclusion, so you don't have to prepare on your own. So this time you can utilize in brainstorming some different points during your essay paper. So your introduction as well as conclusion is ready from newspaper only. Okay, many a times a story or anecdote is also given at the starting point of that article. So even that thing you can use in your essay. So while reading a newspaper, just don't think that particular article will be used in only in paper 1 or paper 2. Many a time history things also comes in newspaper in current events. For example, that Komagata Maru incident, some news was there, 100 years of that incident was there. So that is some history news. So paper 1. So never ever think that you cannot read history from newspaper. You should also relate paper 1 from newspaper. Okay, just whatever thing you are finding in newspaper, just highlight it, search on internet, put it on OneNote, paper 1, and then revise it. Okay, so this is how you can read the newspaper extensively, and whatever news which is not coming in that newspaper, because Hindu is slight leftist, so you have to balance that view. So some of the articles you can read from Indian Express. No more than I didn't read more than 2 newspapers. Okay, however, since international relations was my hobby, reading articles regarding international relations was my hobby, so I read some other things also. For example, IDSA, I referred some of the monologues and articles from IDSA, and some of the articles from Diplomat. So what I did, I used Feedly. Okay, there is a app known as Feedly. RSS feeds के लिए यूज़ होता है. So what I did, only articles related to international relations were delivered in my account, in my email account. So I used to read only international relations news regarding that. For apart from that, ITSA is very good for internal security as well as IR. So some of the articles from ITSA were delivered directly to my inbox regarding uh, internal security. So this is how you have to segregate the news. Rather than reading everything from cover to cover, you have to be selective. And when you can be selective, only when you have thoroughly read your syllabus. Because as soon as you will read the article, your mind should start segregating. Okay, this is paper 1, paper 2, this point is society, so we can use it in society. Okay, so this is how basically you read newspaper extensively. Now this was a part of consistency, because if you will do this thing consistently, then I guarantee you that you will not require any other source for current affairs, and slowly you will develop your own opinion, which is very much crucial for interview. Because in interview, as soon as you answer one question, ancillary question will crop up from that answer which you have given. So you can defend your answer only when you have your own original opinion, and that opinion will come when you will read newspaper consistently, and when you have put in your own effort in identifying and searching for things. So although rather than 45 minutes, even if you take around 1.5 hours to study the Hindu, it is not waste of time, it is rather investment of time. Although you will realize it in the phase of interview, because some of the things which you read during your prelims or mains, that things sometimes get registered in your mind, and unknowingly, unconsciously, those things will be coming up in your interview. Then comes very important thing, revision.
Sir, what is the other one? OneNote and
Scam scanner, like you can directly click the snap, and you can get it converted into PDF format. So what
This
I
is an app or something.
yeah, it's an app. So what I did, I used to write answers daily, 3 or 4 answers daily, okay, from Insights on India. And after writing those answers, I used to take pictures of that and send it to 3 or 4 of my friends. They used to give feedback about that answer. Okay, so this is very important, a feedback loop should be there, that at least you can understand that what mistakes you are committing, what are the points you have not covered. Okay, then while writing answer, you should always remember that after, for example, if you have written 8 or 10 answers in 3 or 4 days, so after a week you again write the same answers, and just check whether the quality of those answers have improved or not. Rather than just writing, it will make no point until unless you will get a feedback, or until and unless someone will evaluate and tell, okay, this is something different. So after writing your answers, you can circulate it among your friends, 3 4 friends. They can give you some critical inputs. My friends helped me a lot. They told me that, okay, this points is missing. Whenever you write, the introduction is very like in more than 3 lines you take to write introduction, so it's better you should reduce your introduction. So we have to consciously put in these kind of efforts. So every day I used to write 3 to 4 answers, and prior to mains, more than 1,000 answers I had written. So there was a question bank with me. I didn't require any other source for reading the current affairs. Whenever you write an answer, after writing that answer, just read it once again. For example, whatever the question is, again read that question and again read your answer, that whatever was the requirement of the question, have you did justice with that requirement or not. Okay, so that is very important. I will tell about this answer writing later on also. Second thing is revision. Just make a rule that any day, for example Sunday, you will revise each and everything whatever you have studied. For example, 7 days newspaper you will revise on Sunday, or whatever the static portion you have read, you will revise it on Sunday. Okay, revision is very important, because whatever we are reading, or whatever we are learning, we are not reproducing it tomorrow. We require it to reproduce it 6 or 7 months after. Okay, so it is very crucial that you revise. Now what mistake
I committed or usually we commit that there is insecurity. हमारा फ्रेंड कुछ नई बुक लेकर आया, कोई मार्केट में नई बुक आ गई, या कुमार बुक से जब हम निकले तो काफ़ी सारी बुक्स दिख गई, तो मन थोड़ा वो हो जाता है कि यार अच्छा है, करंट इसका अच्छा है, ये टॉपिक तो इसमें एनएसजी का वेवर का इशू तो पूरा दिया हुआ है इसमें, सो हमारा मन थोड़ा हिल जाता है. सो बिकॉज वी आर इनसिक्योर, सो वॉट वी डू, वी विल बाय दैट मैगजीन, उसको पूरा अंडरलाइन कर लेंगे, हाईलाइट कर लेंगे. ओके, एंड आफ्टर 7 days जब हम उसको उठाएंगे तो हमको यही नहीं पता रहेगा कि हमने हाईलाइट किया है कि नहीं. दिस हैपन्स. और क्या होगा, ऐसे आप कम से कम 10 बुक्स इकट्ठा कर लेंगे और सबको एक एक बार पढ़ा होगा आपने, और जब प्री में पेपर आएगा तो लगेगा यार पढ़ा तो था मगर आँख के नीचे निकला तो था ये, मगर क्या है ये समझ में नहीं आ रहा. 1 and 2 ये भी हो सकता है, 1 2 3 भी हो सकता है. तो you should not do like this. Rather than reading 10 different books, you should read 2 books 10 times. Why I am saying again and again multiple revision is very crucial, because when in mains you have to write the answer, you have to write answer in 7 to 8 minutes. Okay, in 7 to 8 minutes you have to read a particular question, you have to recall all the important points, and then you have to jot down those points in your answer. So until and unless you are very clear in your mind, and until and unless you have revised so many times that without putting an effort you are writing those points, otherwise you will not be able to complete the paper. And believe me, the people have practiced so much that now almost everybody is completing their paper. So if you are not completing your paper, you are out of the race. Earlier in 2013 the scene was that okay, even after leaving 100 or 120 marks people got selected, but in 2014 this number came down to 40 or 50. Like even after 40 or 50 marks they left, they were selected, but in 15 hardly anyone left anything in their paper mains. And simultaneously always remember, just to be in race you have to complete your GS paper. Okay, now you have to put in some quality answers. Okay, now number of questions in which the quality should be very good is continuously increasing. In 2013 even if somebody wrote 5 or 6 quality answers, they were able to clear. Okay, in 14 around 10 questions if you are delivering good quality, you will be selected or you will get an interview call. But in 15 what I found that until unless you will write 14 or 15 good answers, it is very difficult, because people are practicing very hard. Okay, so first now they are completing their paper. Now instead of 5 or 6 questions, they are almost giving quality in 14 questions. So you should target that in 14 questions you should give good quality, and rest 5 or 6 questions slightly below average will also do. Okay, so this quality will only come when you have given multiple time revisions and when you are able to complete one particular answer in 7 to 8 minutes. Stop your pen. इट डजेंट मैटर कितना भी घटिया और ख़राब आंसर हो, मगर आप ये सोचने जाओगे ना कि मैं इसको थोड़े और पॉइंट डाल दूँ, ये लाइन से थोड़ा इम्पैक्ट पड़ेगा, ये अच्छे वर्ड्स हैं, तो इफ़ यू विल पुट इन 13 और 14 मिनट्स इन वन आंसर, देन व्हाट विल हैपन, यू विल लीव आउट ऑन 2 or 3 क्वेश्चंस एट द एंड. एंड बिलीव मी, वो एंड में इतना पैनिकिंग रहता है कि 10 मिनट्स हैं और आपके पास 4 क्वेश्चंस लिखने को हैं, तो इवन इफ़ यू नो द आंसर यू आर नॉट एबल टू जॉट डाउन दोज पॉइंट्स. So वो points only they will only come when you have revised it multiple times. वो आपके इंस्टिंक्ट में होगा. अब जैसे ही एजुकेशन का कुछ आएगा तो इंफ्रास्ट्रक्चर बॉटलनेक्स, प्यूपल स्टूडेंट रेशो, दीज 2-3 पॉइंट्स हमको हमेशा याद आ जाते हैं क्योंकि वो हमने इतनी बार रिवाइज़ किया है. सो ऐसे इतनी बार रिवाइज़ करो कि आप उसको वहाँ पर बिना सोचे लिख सको, बिकॉज इफ़ इन मेन्स यू विल थिंक एंड राइट, नो, I am sure 1 or 2 questions you will be leaving those questions. That's why revision is very much important. And how you should do revision, for example, if today you are today you have read Hindu, okay, so what I did, I divided my day into 4 slots. In morning I used to do current newspaper, afternoon or in second slot GS static portion, for example history, then one slot was for optional, and last slot was for revision. So whatever I have read that particular day, I used to revise it daily. Okay, and on Sunday I used to revise all the things which I read the previous day. Okay, because until unless you will read 4 or 5 times, you will not be able to reproduce those things in your paper. For example, योजना, हम लोग योजना पढ़ डालते हैं पूरी, but उसके बाद भी in exam we are not able to produce hardly 2 or more than 2 or 3 points from yojana. So what is the use if you are reading 8 or 10 yojanas but still you are not able to reproduce those points in your examination? So it is sheer waste of time. So rather than reading yojana, I never read Kurukshetra. I only used to read yojana. So I never read.
That you are telling in terms of PubAt optional.
Yeah, same thing. Same thing applies for optional also. For example, Yojana, I used to read 1 or 2 articles daily. Rather than reading Yojana at one go, I used to read 1 or 2 articles daily. And then in like a week or so, a whole Yojana would have been completed. And then simultaneously, I used to revise those articles. So rather than reading 15 or 20 Yojana, I read only 6 Yojana from prelims to mains. Okay, and I was able to recall and produce those points from Yojana into the paper, especially in paper 2, because in paper 2 you need some good keywords. I will not say vocabulary but keywords. Okay, and because all the people who write in Yojana, they are formal secretaries and all those things, so their opinion is very different. And for a single, for example, skill development, if there is Yojana, there are 10 articles, so you will get 10 perspective, and those perspective you can utilize in your essay, your paper 2, paper 3, paper 4, anywhere. But for that you have to be thorough with your syllabus, so that you can segregate that okay, this belongs to paper 2 or paper 3. So prior to mains, like 5 or 6 times I did revision of Yojana. एंड वो योजना में जो सबसे फर्स्ट पेज आता है ना, जो इंट्रोडक्शन वाला रहता है, वो प्रीफेस वाला जो, दैट इज़ वेरी क्रूशल. उसमें उसको आप रट लो ऐसे के लिए, बहुत अच्छा रहता है वो. आपका ऐसे में बहुत ज़्यादा टाइम बच जाएगा, बिकॉज यू डोंट हैव टू थिंक अबाउट इंट्रोडक्शन और कंक्लूजन. और योजना जो भी रहेगी वो करंट के ऊपर ही रहेगी. तो वो जो ब्रीफ जो फ्रेमवर्क रहता है, दैट प्रोवाइड्स यू अ गुड फॉर्डर मटेरियल फॉर ऐसे. इन्वायरमेंट की कुछ भी हो, सिलेबस देखना, उसके करस्पॉन्डिंग योजना उठाना, और उसका जो फ्रंट पेज है ना वो देख लेना. तो इन्वायरमेंट का ऐसे आपका प्रिपेयर हो जाएगा, इंट्रोडक्शन कंक्लूजन. ठीक है, साइंस एंड टेक का इंट्रोडक्शन कंक्लूजन प्रिपेयर. तो व्हेन यू विल राइट ऐसे, सो यू डोंट हैव टू पॉन्डर ओवर यार इंट्रोडक्शन कैसे करूँ, स्टोरी लिखूँ कि ये लिखूँ. ओके, सो बट दैट विल कम ओनली विथ रिविजन. Only after multiple revision you can reproduce those things in your paper. Okay, third thing.
I just wanted to ask, the first page which has index, the left side page of that.
हाँ, वो लेफ्ट साइड में जो आता है
वो वाला.
प्रीफेस. हाँ, ओके. थर्ड कम्स टाइम मैनेजमेंट. दिस इज वेरी क्रूशल. ओके, फॉर मेंस. दिस आई फाउंड इट दैट in 2013 attempt. In 2013 I first time wrote mains. Okay, and I was not able to complete the paper. I left almost 200 marks of paper, just because in that year the pattern change and there were 25 questions. Later on we realized that now UPSC is asking almost 20 questions, okay, in paper. So 9 minutes for one question, but 9 minutes is ideal. Okay, in examination condition 9 minutes will shoot up to 11 minutes, because your hands will fumble. वो inertia रहेगा. the first यार introduction बहुत अच्छा होना चाहिए, एकदम impact पड़ना चाहिए. so because of this 9 minutes will shoot up to 11 minutes. so what you should do at your room, practice extensively of writing answers, so that one answer you can write in 7 to 8 minutes. when first I used to practice, there is an inertia. मतलब आपको लगता है यार मैं बहुत ही घटिया आंसर लिख रहा हूँ, तो 2-3 आंसर लिखने के बाद आप छोड़ दोगे, आप आंसर ही नहीं लिखोगे. यू विल थिंक यार कोई सी भी टेस्ट सीरीज़ कर लेंगे, 3 घंटे का सीधे एक पेपर कर देंगे. दिस इज द सेम मिस्टेक विच आई कमिटेड. ओके, बट उसके उसके उसमें क्या हो जाता है ना कि ये जो टाइम रहता है ये आपका 7 to 8 मिनट्स होने के बजाय 11 से 12 मिनट हो जाता है. सो आप डेली क्या करो, 3 से 4 आंसर्स लिखो. ओके, कहीं से भी पेपर्स ले लिया, जो भी ले लिया, डेली आप 3 से 4 आंसर्स लिखो एंड जस्ट नोट डाउन द टाइम. जस्ट प्रायर राइटिंग एन आंसर, जैसे आपने 7:20 को शुरू किया, आपने क्वेश्चन लिखा एंड देन राइट योर आंसर. और शुरू में थोड़ा प्रॉब्लम आएगा बिकॉज यू वोंट नो दैट 7 मिनट्स हुआ 8 मिनट्स हुआ है. तो पहली बार जब आप लिखोगे तो ऑलमोस्ट 13 से 14 मिनट लगेंगे एक आंसर लिखने में. ओके, बट विथ प्रैक्टिस क्या होगा, ऑटोमेटिकली आफ्टर 7 और 8 मिनट्स वो क्लॉक आपके दिमाग में बैठ जाएगा कि आई हैव टू स्टॉप द पेन. सो सेम थिंग विल हैपन इन एग्ज़ाम. ठीक है, ऐसा नहीं होगा कि और आपको लग रहा है कि मैं और ज़्यादा लिख दूँ, 2 पॉइंट्स और याद आ गए तो वो छोटे छोटे से आपने 2-3 लाइनों के ऊपर लिख दिया. ओके, so that thing will not come if you will continuously practice your daily answer writing practice, 3 to 4 questions daily, and just write that at what time you are starting and what time you are ending. So after that you will see after 10 days 15 days that one answer you are writing in 7 to 8 minutes. Then whatever answer you have already written, again write those answers 3-4 times, like 3-4 answers you just write and compare your answers. Okay, these answers I have written in 13 or 14 minutes and these answers I have written in 7 to 8 minutes. Okay, so then you will compare and then you will analyze. Okay, the intro was very much there in this answer, and you will realize slowly and slowly that the subject in which you are very good, the effort is very less. For example, if you are very good in polity, then that answer will automatically will be completed in 8 to 10 minutes. Without much effort, you will put also some of the important keywords. Okay, so but this time management will only come when you have done multiple time revision, and this revision will be supplemented by consistency. Now how multiple time revision can be done by consistency? Because for example, one issue will again come in news for continuously 7 or 8 days. अब वो COEP हो रही है तो वो कम से कम 25 दिन तक उसका माहौल बंधेगा और फिर 10 दिन तक वहाँ पे जो भी डिस्कशन चल रहे हैं उसके ऊपर चलेगा. ठीक है, तो इफ़ यू विल रीड डेली, सो क्या होगा, वो रिवीजन हो रहा है आपका. व्हाट यू थिंक, अरे यार अभी तो चल रही है कॉन्फ्रेंस, चलने तो, जब लास्ट डे होगा एक आर्टिकल पढ़ लेंगे, ख़त्म हो जाएगा काम. बट उसमें क्या होगा ना कि वो रिविजन्स आपके कम हो जाएंगे. Always remember, every day the article which you are reading, you are learning something new. Okay, so you are also grasping the vocab or the keywords. अब वो CBDR है तो कम से कम आपने 50 बार वो पढ़ा होगा, इसलिए आपको एफर्ट नहीं लगता उसको सोचने में कि यार CBDR मीन्स कॉमन बट डिफरेंशिएटेड रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटीज़. वो एक INDB भी आया था, वो इंटेंडेड नेशनल, हाँ वो मैं भूल ही गया, वो उसी टाइम याद था वो बिकॉज दैट वॉज इन न्यूज़. ओके, तो CBDR आपको इतनी बार याद हुआ है बिकॉज आपने 8 to 10 टाइम्स पढ़ा है, और वो नेशनल कॉन्ट्रीब्यूशंस वाला जो था वो अभी भी नहीं हुआ है. ठीक है, तो क्यों, उसके रिविजन्स कम थे. तो अगर वो कंटिन्यूसली आप 4-5 बार पढ़ोगे न्यूज़पेपर में, सो आई एम श्योर कि आपको वो दिमाग में बैठ जाएगा. और वहाँ पर जब आप पेपर में ये लिखोगे ना वर्ड और उसका फुल फॉर्म, तो एग्जामिनर पे इम्पैक्ट पड़ेगा. एक लड़का है जो सिंपल लिख देगा और वहीं पे आपने स्पेसिफिक लिख दिया, so it will make a huge difference in the quality of your answer. So that's why I am telling you कि read newspaper regularly. So what will happen that even you can quote the judgment of Supreme Court as it is. बहुत बार ऐसा होता है कि कोई इशू जो चलता है, जैसे CBI was termed as a caged parrot, तो वो रटा हुआ है, वो सुप्रीम कोर्ट के जजमेंट में आया था, 4 बार पढ़ लिया है वो. तो इसी तरह अगर कोई लैंडमार्क सुप्रीम कोर्ट का जजमेंट आता है और वो कीवर्ड्स के साथ इफ़ यू आर एबल टू कोट इट इन योर पेपर, देन द क्वालिटी ऑफ योर आंसर विल बी डिफरेंट. ओके, एज कम्पेयर टू अ पर्सन हु इज़ जस्ट गिविंग अ वेग आइडिया. ओके, वो जैसे वो एनजेक का वो इशू चल रहा था, तो उन्होंने इंडिपेंडेंस ऑफ जुडिशरी पे बहुत सारे आर्टिकल्स आए थे, तो हर आर्टिकल के अंदर उन्होंने बार बार रिपीट किया था जो सुप्रीम कोर्ट ने कोट किया है. सो वो चीज़ दिमाग में बैठ गई थी. तो आप जब एग्जाम आई तो विदाउट एफर्ट आई वॉज एबल टू राइट द थिंग, तो उसके कारण ये लगा कि यार ये स्पेसिफिक लिखा हुआ है काफ़ी, इसलिए आपको नंबर मिलेंगे. ओके, so these three things are very much crucial for GS. Apart from that,